Good afternoon, class. In today's video, what I'd like to do is to continue the series of Q3 lab experiments by doing experiment number 2 in this one. And for this one, I'm going to need my low voltage source. I'm going to need some copper chloride, and I'm going to need some graphite over here suspended in this beaker like so. So before we get started with the close-up shot of what actually happens during this reaction, let's do some predictions, because as scientists, that's what we should do. So, class, what do you guys think? What is this? What type of chemical reaction is this when you have copper chloride in this solution when I run an electric current through it?
Single replacement.
Single replacement. Okay, that's a good guess. Anybody else?
Decomposition.
Which one?
Decomposition.
Decomposition. Very good. That is correct. So that is the type of chemical reaction that's going to occur. Now, because it's a decomposition reaction, let's get some other thoughts. What do you guys think is going to happen when I actually start running a current through these the pieces of graphite in this copper chloride solution? What do you think is actually going to happen as it decomposes? Yes.
It's gonna dissolve.
It's going to dissolve. What does that mean? The graphite?
Break down.
The graphite is going to do that?
The copper is gonna.
No. What's going to break down?
Isn't the copper gonna break down?
Is the copper going to break down? Oh, okay. So there's going to be some. So you're saying that there's going to be some copper that comes off of this copper chloride. It's going to be free or something like that.
Be gone.
Oh, okay. Will it disappear? Oh, okay. It'll still be in here in the beaker. Oh, okay. And it'll be separated from the chlorine. Okay. So what would you expect to see then?
Bubbles.
Oh, okay. Some bubbles, and then anything else? Okay. So just bubbles. That's a good prediction. I like it. Very good. So we've got our predictions. We got our hypotheses. Let's actually see what happens in the next part of this video. All right. So now that we got a more close-up shot, let's take a look at let's see what happens when I turn on the power, and what you'll want us to look at is what's happening to these two pieces of graphite in the copper chloride. Almost immediately, you can see on this side, you've got some bubbles of chlorine forming over here. And on this side, it's taking a little bit longer, but the color is starting to change. To give an idea of what's happening, do you see the difference in color right here? That difference in color is because the copper is actually breaking down from the copper chloride and is attaching itself to the graphite. Now, the next part is also very interesting, because the thing is, I could just say that is the experiment, and that would be fine, right? However, this process is reversible. Here's how you can tell. First, to be safe, we're going to turn off our low voltage source. Lab safety is important. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the leads over here. The reason why I do that is because now the opposite current is going to flow through both of them, and so now we're going to see what happens when I turn the switch back on. What you should start to see is that there's some bubbles forming on this side of the, on this piece of graphite now, and this side should be changing color. Might be a little bit hard to see from this angle, but you can definitely see the bubbles on this side because this decomposition reaction, like I said, is reversible. So the only thing that matters is what current is flowing through it. Is it a positive charge? Is it a positive current or a negative current? Whichever one it is will tell you which way it's going to go. And that's why this side is now having bubbles, and this side is going to turn brown. So there we go. That was experiment number 2 in the series of Q3 lab experiments. So study hard. I'll see you guys in the next video.